left hand. I'm ballin', making buckets back to back like I was Stephen. Better yet, I'm Philip Jackson, so don't treat me like the next man. And I'm kind of a real big deal, so don't be out here second guessing. Anyway, I make my pay and live this California lifestyle. Sunshine, loud packs, and chicks that love to get wild. That's how we do it every day. Slipping, sliding through the traffic on a mission for the day. Clearing marks about my way. Really got no time for y'all today. And all the craziness y'all talk, but never get your story straight. See me out here living great. I don't give a damn about a hoe that hates. And when it comes to kicking game, I give you all that you can take. Trying to do it big, got no complaints. Every morning eating steak. And say I'm wrong for showing out, but I'ma do it anyway. Such a thing ain't nothing bitch, cause I can do it any day. And it don't matter where I go, I always represent the yay. I'm so in love with this lifestyle. Anything I want, I say the word, I get it right now. Boppers used to hate me, now they tell me I'm they type now. Swagger through the roof, got everybody on my hype now. And I love it, 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 and I love it. See me, I'm out here getting it and loving how I live. Best believe if I do something, I'm a stupid do it big. And this hustling is my gig, so don't you ask me what I stand for. Stacking while I'm macking, trying to earn myself a couple Lambos. Yeah, you know them toys for them big boys. Emperor of sorts and all you other players decoys. Meaning you're not the real deal. Keep an appetite for dollars that I never miss a meal. All you suckers need to chill. I'm just trying to stack a meal and pull the baddest bras around and let show they sex appeal. Little bit of Netflix, then we chill. Lose them clothes, keep on them heels. Working like a 9 to 5, then go right back to chasing skrill. I bring that real, never that phony. BS, y'all be stressing, put it down just like an OG. Perform these cookies, take flight. Summer, y'all just out here acting. I'm a boss in real life. I'm so in love with this lifestyle. Anything I want, I say the word, I get it right now. Boppers used to hate me, now they tell me I'm they type now. Swagger through the roof, got everybody on my hype now. And I love it, 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 and I love it. Keep it more 100 than a C note. Hall of Fame spitting, representing with these pimp quotes. Don't try to front, you know this shit's dope. Question is, will I ever fail? My answer is no. I make this hustling look amazing. Put it down doper than a blunt of purple hazing. Spicy on the mic, I bring the fire like a Cajun. Scovilles, making haters sweat when I be blazing. Leaning to the side, haters everywhere. Yeah, I hear them talking, but they simply wasting air. Can't understand the reason that they stay in my affairs. But I'm major with my movements, getting money everywhere. I'm so in love with this lifestyle. Anything I want, I say the word, I get it right now. Boppers used to hate me, now they tell me I'm they type now. Swagger through the roof, got everybody on my hype now. And I love it, 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 and I love it.
So in love with this lifestyle.
Welcome. This is Quest Nation, based out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I am Roy Washington, and this is my home. Home of Giannis. We spotlight independent music, movies, current events, paranormal, spirituality, and cryptozoology, among other topics. It is my quest to seek and uncover the diamonds that we have in our communities, future and current leaders and heroes. This is the quest. We got you locked in. Hello, man. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Give me just a second. I need to set this thing down somewhere flat.
All right.
How you doing, though?
I'm doing good, man.
Good. Glad to be back on here, man. I literally just walked right in and logged right on.
It seemed like it, man. You want a little extra time?
Oh no, I'm good. I just need to put this thing down.
Okay.
I'm good. I needed to run to the store real quick. It's raining out here.
Man, we got a surprising 50-something degrees here.
Oh wow.
We ain't used to that. Not in the winter.
Yeah. All right, I'm good to go.
Yeah. What about your niece?
She's doing a video shoot, so she's not gonna be able to make it. I was gonna try to shoot you a song though, if you want to, so that you could hear it, at least hear us.
Well, yeah, yes. Could send it to my email, man. Could I stick it on the show?
Yeah, most definitely.
Send it to the email.
Yeah, I'll send it to you right now.
Yeah. Yeah, enjoyed your performance, man.
Thank you, man. That's my that's from a show actually that I put on with in collaboration with Kiki.
Oh, she was there?
Yeah, she was there. She performed. I got a little bit of footage of her doing some stuff. I wasn't able to film a whole lot because I kept running out of memory.
Now,
But,
you know what I be doing now?
What's that?
I call myself being smart, man. But now that I'm going to be doing investigations and shows and stuff a little bit more this year. I log into Zoom, man, and let it all go to the cloud.
Oh wow! Okay, yeah.
And then I download it off Zoom, and kind of with my editing, kind of do it like that, because you run out of memory, man, just on your phone and stuff.
Yeah, I gotta try that. That actually is pretty sharp. I didn't think about that. That's a nice little workaround, actually. I mean, yeah.
That's what you should do, man.
Most definitely.
Send it right to the cloud, man, and grab it off of there.
Most definitely. But yeah, because this memory thing is not good.
Oh, okay. But yeah, remember DMX was talking about on that one song, how it's going down, talking about if baby daddy trip, you make him sleepy.
Yeah.
You had a little line in the last time I saw you was talking about something you do to dude call you come around tripping. I was like, oh, okay. That was a nice bar though.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, that was that last time that I saw you.
Yeah. Yeah, man. The performance was nice, man. I enjoyed it.
I think I said you better turn off your location before I put in this work, because if your Negro show up here, his silly ass to get hurt.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, that looked like a nice little venue too, man. You and Kiki do a lot of stuff together.
We've performed in a lot of shows together. This is our first time we actually put this show on. We actually collaborated together. Her Nubia Queen's music and my Fluid Motion Music Entertainment. We collaborated, and we got the venue together. It's a place called the Elbow Room in Jack London Square in Oakland, California.
Okay.
It's actually one of those. I kind of want to call it a kind of a historic. May not be the exact right word, but it's one of those venues. It's been around for years. It's kind of a staple, not only just for Oakland, but just for the Jack London Square area of Oakland. It's been there for a long time.
Okay.
I've been to parties there when I was in my 20s. I feel like.
Okay.
So I don't want to date myself. I ain't gonna tell you how old I am.
I probably still got you on the age though, man. For real.
You might be surprised.
I don't think so.
You think? Okay, well, I mean, if you do, you can definitely have that. You can have the age. You can have all that.
Just blessed to still be here though, man.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, it's a lot of people dying young, man. So yeah, I'm 2 years off 60. So.
Ooh, yeah, you got me. You got me. You can have that.
I can have that.
You can have that. You got me. You got me, bro.
The bones cracking when they get out of bed and stuff like that, man.
Well, I get some little aches and pains and a couple little cracks here and there, but I mean, probably not nowhere near like what you got.
Yeah, but yeah, still just blessed to be here. Still blessed to do things at a high level, though, man. You know, so it's a blessing, man.
Yeah, but you know, I wouldn't have known. You know, you looking young there, man.
Thank you. Yeah, you looking good yourself, man.
Thank you. I'm trying to keep up trying to keep the appearance.
Yeah, you come off the stage vibing with the crowd and stuff, man. Yeah, so that's one thing I was had to tell a lot of the younger MCs, man. They just he's just standing there, man. You gotta vibe with the crowd, man. And
you gotta engage. You gotta give them some energy. You gotta engage. You definitely gotta.
Yeah. So that was a nice performance, man. And I really both of the tracks are nice. I really love Traffic, man. Traffic,
really.
That's a monster.
Well, you got to check out the one I just sent you.
Okay, yeah, most definitely. Yeah. So hey, let's go and get into this, man. You said you was you're gonna be in a couple movies.
Yeah, well, we have to reshoot a couple of scenes. We had filmed. There's a short film by a filmmaker friend of mine. He goes by the moniker Triple D.
Okay.
He's also a rap artist, but he's been focusing mainly now these days on filmmaking. He's actually a film student. So he put together a short film to submit to a film contest. I don't remember the title of that particular film right now, but we still have to film a couple of scenes. But the premise is it's about a father played by me who previously, maybe the year before or so, had lost his son in an accident. Like the son died, but the son's friend who was in the car did not die. So it's sort of a reunion between the father and the son's friend. And I won't tell you too much more than that, but it's a good story. Very, very good, nice, family oriented story.
Now the friend wouldn't have survivor's guilt, would he?
Yes, that does play a factor in it, and actually the friend was actually the driver.
Oh man, that gotta be a tough one.
Yeah.
So yeah, you that's a nice little film you in, man. I know that gets kind of deep.
Yeah, it's a short film. It's not. But I'm in an actual full-length film called Caught Slipping, where I'm playing a character from a completely different side of the spectrum.
Okay. You a bad guy or a good guy?
I'm not a good guy. I'm definitely not a good guy, but I mean, I like villains.
Yeah.
I've always kind of, I like my superheroes, don't get me wrong, but I've always kind of gravitated towards villains. I kind of understand their story too.
Yeah, I see Batman behind you, and what's that, Hulk on the other side?
Yeah, you got Batman, you got Hulk, you got the Avengers over there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can zoom in with this thing, but Avengers over there. I got a Joker poster to the left.
Oh, you got Joker?
Got the Joker. You might be able to see it. I got a whole, there you go.
Yeah.
Joker.
Okay.
Spider-Man's up there too.
Who's your favorite villain?
Ooh, wow. That is a great question. Definitely one of my favorite villains, I could say, would be the Joker.
Okay.
Just, I mean, who that laugh, that iconic laugh, like, and his appearance, it's like you take something like a clown that's supposed to be innocent and funny, and you twist it and make it demented, and that's what you get. And I kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
Kind of a dark take on a clown, so I think that's dope. Lex Luthor, Superman's arch nemesis, just because he doesn't have any superpowers,
right?
But he's a ruthless businessman,
right?
Very, very driven, very, very aggressive, very, very rich, and very, very intelligent.
Mm-hmm. I always liked the Kingpin too. He was no.
Oh yes, and I didn't even get to him yet. Kingpin is definitely one of my favorites, and you notice a lot of these guys I'm naming are just like real sharp, regular humans.
Yeah,
but I definitely love the Kingpin. Is definitely awesome. Dr. Doom.
Oh yeah, Dr. Doom is yeah. Galactus, all they dangerous,
Galactus,
man.
Magneto.
Yeah.
I mean, I could name a list, and I probably got pictures or collectibles of some of them somewhere around here too.
Because few years ago, man, I started doing like a versus, man. I did Mike versus Jason.
Oh wow!
We went through all the tales of the tape, everything, and decided who we thought would win. And on our show, we came up with Mike. We did the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers versus Predator.
Ooh, wow!
We figured that the Creeper would best that one out, and we never finished this one. I was going to be your boy Joker versus Pennywise, but we never finished that one.
Ooh, wow! Did you guys actually started that up?
We had started it, but we never finished that one. But just off the top, who you think would have won that one? Because when I researched Joker, I didn't know he had so many other things that came with him. So he's somebody to deal with.
Well, I don't know. He's somebody to deal with, but but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, he may have some enhancements from being, doused in those chemicals, maybe.
Okay.
But the base, at his base, he's a human. He might be a peak level one, but he's a human.
Yeah.
Pennywise is a supernatural creature. So you probably couldn't kill him. Well, I mean, as the movies have suggested, you cannot kill him through traditional means. Right. Although I will say this. If anybody could come up with some non-traditional means to kill somebody with the Joker, definitely could.
Yeah, and
I don't know. That would be a good one. That would be a real good one. That would be a great.
Yeah, like I forget some of the research I learned on Joker, but the stuff I learned, I was like, man, he could have. It kind of evened it out a little bit. I'm like, yeah, so he would have had a chance. So,
well, because he's unconventional, he's not. He's not going to be afraid of Pennywise.
Oh no, not at all.
I would say Pennywise kind of plays on your fear.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if you're not scared of him, I don't know. I guess it may give you an advantage, or it may make you stupid. I don't know.
Hey, what do you do to get ready for a performance, man? Now, how do you have any rituals, or what you do to get ready?
Well, it kind of depends on how much time I have to get ready.
Okay.
Because I mean, in most cases, I'm given a nice little window of time where I get to prepare for something. I might know about something at least a few weeks in advance.
Okay.
Or I have a date and I know when and where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then of course, you have your ones where you might kind of get asked to do something more of a last minute kind of thing. Man, they only have like a few days to get yourself together. So if I have time, then generally I will start getting myself prepared in terms of practicing. I will, excuse me, let me grab some water.
Okay.
But I will start preparing myself by practicing.
Okay.
Generally what I'll do, I will, I'll be in my little man cave here. Turn my little subwoofer, my speakers on, and I have performance versions of the track. So if I have my set list already kind of figured out in terms of well, first of all, I have to pick what songs I want to do. So I'll do that. But right. I usually do that based upon venue, crowd. There's a bunch of different things I take into consideration. If it's going to be a more, more general audience type of thing, I may have to do songs that are either not as, I don't want to say explicit. I don't think I have. I mean, I do have explicit songs. I won't lie, but ones that aren't as explicit or have as much adult or content that younger age audiences shouldn't hear, or ones that I can do them without saying those words.
Right.
But whether I'm doing clean or dirty material, pick what I'm gonna do, try to figure out a set list, based upon the amount of time that I have.
Yeah.
And I'll see what songs fit into that, and then I'll put them in the order I think works good, and then I'll start practicing them. I'll put my little playlist on my iTunes and have it playing around, and I might have a mirror, or I might just be using reflection in the window. And I act like I'm on the mic, and I pace back and forth for whatever it is I think I might do, and I practice the words to the song. The one thing that I won't let myself do though, I have to go through, like say I'm performing 3 songs.
Okay.
I won't stop practicing until I can get through each of those 3 songs at least one time perfectly. No stuttering, no gasping for air, no, like I'm saying them exactly the way they're supposed to be said. Perfect cadence, perfect words. Like I will push myself, even if I gotta stay up to 2 o'clock in the morning and I gotta keep doing it. I'll do it. So that's how I practice. And I try to start it where I give myself enough time, like a week or 2, so I got a few days of being able to go over it consistently. Yeah. So when I actually get on stage, because they say perfect practice makes perfect, not just practice makes perfect. So I try to do that. I'm not gonna lie, there's been some tired nights I've been tired. I had to, I stayed up, I did as much as I could, I had to let it go. But like over the next few days, it's a combination of me practicing and if I'm in my car, the songs that I know I'm going to perform. Of course, I have recorded versions of them. I'm listening to them.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly in touch with the lyrics, the feel. Yeah. I'm constantly thinking about what I'm going to do. And that's not to say that I haven't done all of that and still got on stage and forgot a bar or forgot like a couple words, because I've still done that. I've still done that. Luckily, last few times I did it, nobody really noticed. I was able to catch myself and still move on to the next bar without, but I've bombed where I forgot one word and it just messed up the rest of the verse.
Oh man.
And I had to kind of ad-lib it. I think I ended up chopping 3 or 4 bars out because of that one piece that I messed up. 'Cause my mind is trying to catch up to where I am in the song. And it's like, this, but then, and you got everybody in front of you and I'm trying to do all that thinking right there on the spot. And I'm like,
Right. Well, that's one thing I kind of fear getting older, as far as like, sometimes, remembering some of the, some of the bars, some of the, because I write complicated, you know what I'm saying? So, I really gotta, sometimes it's a thing with, trying to remember. What's your thoughts on artists rapping along with the track? I know coming up, we did a number performance. We didn't rap with the track or nothing, but I'm having to kind of sometimes fall in line, with maybe certain songs, maybe have, I'm rhyming still, but maybe got the track behind me or something. What you think? And I've even seen a grade 8 artists do it.
I think, honestly, the way that I was taught, and everybody, you could do it different ways, but the way that I was taught and the way that I think sounds best is when you have a performance track. And I'm about to give some game. I'm about to give a secret. Anybody, if for those that don't already know this or never heard of this, it's called as a teaching moment. When I create a performance track, what I generally ask the engineer to do is I ask for him to mute my main vocals and to keep my ad-libs in. So the main parts of the track, I'm actually still saying, and if I screw up, you'll know I'm screwing up because I'm the one who's delivering the main portion of those songs. You may have these little background noises and effects that I put in with my ad-libs and my voice, that are back there as part of and there are certain words that are accented, with the ad-libs. But the beauty of that is when I'm performing live, if I do it the right way, still sounds as crisp and as clear as the recording sounds. Only I'm doing it live.
Right.
Now I do leave the full hook in.
Yeah.
Because that's just, it doesn't matter if I sing over that.
Right.
Hopefully the audience will be singing that with me. So
Right.
it don't matter. But so that people can, for clarity purposes, so that you can understand what I'm saying, you know, so that it's not jumbled up, and also so it doesn't look like I'm lip syncing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, you know, I listen for stuff like that myself. I want to hear a distinction between the track and you. Because I mean, I work very hard to have that distinction. And I think that and the artists that I came up watching and that I've met and that I've worked with, you know, some OGs, you know, older, more established artists that I've been able to deal with, those are things that I was taught. Producers, engineers, those were all things that they taught me. And if you watch one of my performances versus somebody who does rap over their stuff, you will see and hear the difference. But I think it's lazy of you, and I'm saying it, whoever watching this, you're lazy if you are rapping over your own stuff. Get a performance version made. If you got a good engineer, it'll take them 10 minutes to do.
Right.
All they're doing is, like I just said, muting your main vocals on the verses. Now, if you want them to mute your ad libs, you can do that too. But I like my ad libs in it because it gives me a little bit of strength. And
love my ad libs in there.
If I do mess up slightly, the ad libs might actually help carry you through.
Right.
But you are responsible for the main part of your verse, and people ought to be able to hear that clearly and in the way it was intended, not you trying to shout over yourself.
Right.
Because those vocals that you have on the track already, they're mixed to a certain level. You can't lower those to help accommodate your voice, which means that you would have to maybe turn the mic up, and then that's what you're dealing with, stuff like distortion. People can't really tell what you're saying. It sounds jumbled because you're competing with yourself.
Right.
So
that was a good game.
That's what I think about it. And if you've been doing this for long enough, that should be something I feel like you should know.
You're right. I went to a show a couple years ago, and this one of the city's young bright stars. He was performing, and he was rapping with the track, but there was a point during the because it was like a circle around him. There was a point when he was real close to me. You know, he was one of them backpack rappers, you know, backpack on. Gotcha. Yeah, jumping up and down. And when he was real close up, I seen his lips move, but I didn't hear nothing coming out of his mouth. He was just, I don't know if he was tired, but he was lip syncing for a second for several bars with the track. And he was right up on me. I could hear, you know, he wasn't nothing coming out of his mouth.
You couldn't hide that.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, ooh. Well, you know,
one of the worst things I've ever seen on stage is when people are rapping along with their track and then say you forget some lines, so your mouth stops moving, but we can still hear it in the track. So it's like because I've had people who maybe they didn't know all the words or lost their breath or whatever, so they're like intermittently throughout the verse. There are points when they're stopping, their mouth stops moving, but the track keeps playing your words. That just don't look good to me. That don't look professional.
Right.
People come out to see a show. Like, I understand that there's people who are just getting into the game and you got to work your way up. You got to figure out what works for you and learn the game and whatnot. But if I'm going to go see a show, I'm trying to go see people that are polished and know what they're doing.
Right.
I expect to not see, like I said, stuff happens, and I'm not going to be too critical or too cruel, but you got to be on your stuff, be polished.
Got to.
Because you mess up, people may not come back.
I know some singers, man. I be talking to, and they say, I wonder if it's the same thing with some rappers, man. Because you know your voice, you know, you done did a show and your voice is kind of, you know, vocal cords, whatever, kind of warm, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you take note of what you drink before and after a performance? I know some singers say that
Sometimes.
they don't drink nothing cold or nothing after they, it might damage their vocal cords. So they if they got water or something, they make sure it's room temperature, and until they vocal cords recover or something like that. So you wouldn't pop a cold beer after you done finished doing 2 or 3 songs, would you?
I have.
Oh, okay.
It's not something I've done lately because I kind of cut down on my beer consumption a little bit. I still drink them every once in a while, but I've been more into drinking like tequila. So I'm just like, if I want something as opposed to, grabbing a glass can of beer, I take a shot.
Okay.
Or if I go out, I might do a margarita or something like that, something with it in it. And then I occasionally still do whiskey. But what I usually have, in terms of what I have before, it depends. I've heard people say, that they do like warm water, like hot water with some lemon in it, or tea. Yeah. I've done that before. I don't generally do that before my performances. Usually before my performances, I might have, and I might drink and it's usually cold. I like sparkling water.
Oh, okay. So
I might drink a sparkling water before a performance, or a regular water, either cold or room temperature, doesn't matter. Or a juice. I like a lot of the Ocean Spray cranberry blend kind of juices. So any one of those, like Cran Tropical or something, nice and cold, I'll drink that maybe before. But if I'm at a venue, I might actually have a drink before I go perform, and then after, if somebody buy me a shot, I get a shot. But that's if I've been, that's depending on what kind of venue I'm in.
Okay.
I'm usually getting something from the bar. If I don't get it before my performance, I'm gonna get something like probably after. I usually do the majority of my drinking though after a performance, because I don't want to be right. Nobody want to see me on stage slurring.
Yeah, man. So what's the craziest thing that can happen to you during a performance? It can either be you, or it could be something broke out in the crowd, or anything.
The craziest thing that's ever happened, one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me during a performance was this was like in the beginning of when I first started rapping. I was like, I think I was like a year away from being out of high school.
Okay.
And I went and did a rap show with this nonprofit organization. I think it's still around, AIDS Project of the East Bay.
Yeah.
Spreading awareness about the disease and prevention and stuff like that. So I went on with a buddy of mine back then, and we just went and put together like a little rap performance. And so his older brother happens to attend the performance. So, I'm rapping, I got my part. We go to him, and he starts, he's rapping, but he kind of starts forgetting his line. Mm-hmm. So his brother, and I don't fault his brother, like, in an effort to try to support him, he jumps on stage, yeah, trying to hype him up and trying to help. But I'm like, I never met him before. So I'm like, who is this dude just jumped up on the stage? So I'm standing there, he's like, yeah, that's my motherfucking brother. And I'm standing there like, what just happened?
Right.
What, who is this dude?
Right.
And you say, oh, wow. And it was funny because one of the director guys that signed me up for the show, when we were talking backstage, he said, dude, the look on your face was priceless. He said, you just stand there like you was shocked.
Right.
That's one of the craziest, because for somebody to just come out the crowd, that I don't know, and luckily it wasn't a moment where somebody came out the crowd and they was attacking us, but just somebody come out the crowd, I'm expecting to take, my little 5 minutes, whatever, on stage, rapping with my bye-bye, and not only does he forget his bars, but then you got a whole random stranger jumping on stage, taking over, and then not only was he hyping up the crowd, he just got on, he started freestyle.
Mm.
So it's like, I guess he's taking up the time. But I don't know you, and I didn't know you were going to do that.
Right. That's something else, man.
That was crazy.
And you know what that reminded me of? You know what group started doing? I guess they're the legendary PM Dawn Boogie Down Productions beef, and when they would hire you to come do a show, and then the second or maybe your first or second track, they maybe let you get through that. Did they jump on stage and bum rush?
Yeah.
So yeah, you didn't know what was going on. This stranger just jumping up. You're like, whoa, you know. So yeah, that's a crazy situation to be in.
That's real crazy,
man. So did they save him, or what? Did you have a plan on saving him before dude jumped up there? Or?
Not really. I could have maybe came up with one, but it all just is the way that it happened. He's rapping, so I can see he's stumbling a little bit. So I'm like, okay, he'll catch it. He'll catch it. Okay, he does it. So before I can even think of, okay, well, do I need to jump in and start freestyling or something? And before I can even do that, next thing I know, his brother's on stage. Yeah, grabs the mic out of his hand. And I'm like, oh, who is this? Like, who is this dude?
Yeah.
And I don't know, I don't know him, so I don't know. Okay, he's jumping up on the stage. He's not being like violent or nothing, but still, I don't know what. I don't know. I had never met his brother before.
Right.
So, well, actually, no, I take that back. I think I had met him once before, but I mean, I didn't know, I didn't know he was there and didn't know he was going to jump on.
Right.
So he's just up, and I'm like, what the hell? First time performing it. These other players got nothing on me. I keep it real, ain't no fronting on me. Keep my money long, Philip drumming on sheep. I don't mean to advertise, but no one acting like me. Stacking like a winner, always thinking like a boss. Try to play me for a sucker, it's hard. End of the century, I'm a real one. Until I die before I do anything. First of all, I give a fuck about a bitch though. Not a lame sucker nigga, it's a trick hoe. Money over pussy, that's how this goes. And every single bitch I ever call, you know I meant so. Anyway, I know the paper is my main thing. Entertainer of the year, I'm amazing. Not your average dude, and I say things in my rep with your brothers, but just know there's no debate. Turning like a beast, it's a gay thing. Freestyling ain't my favorite, I need pacing. Me to give me dough and get your ass on. Connected in this game, and I'm too dope to give me gas on. I love sliding in my whippy with my bash on. Can't freeway up times, give me hella traction. Instead of hating on the play, get your racks on. That's until I got smashed in smooth, I would've passed on. These other players got nothing on me. I keep it real, ain't no fronting on me. Keep my money long, feel I'm drumming OG. I don't need to advertise, but no one backing like me. Stacking like a winner, always thinking like a boss. Trying to play me for a sucker, it is hard. Man of the century, I'm a real one. That's until I die before I do, I'm making trillion. Big paper, fly clothes, and dope cars too. Trees steady, so you know I set the bar too. Higher than the moon and the stars too. Pull out with the bars, lyrics always hit the mark too. It's Union City in the building. Bet I keep it real, the most city in the building. Party like a rock star day. I sleep paid to sleep but never ever pay. Stay away from you suckers, this is a bad look. Niggas running out but never run up cause they too shook. Intimidated by my style, I'm an icon. Born to be a boss and that's some shit I put my life on. Got a death dream on this game, calling it Python. You ain't fucking with this, just move your life on. Worry about yourself, get your life straight. Only on my hustle one way and that's the right way. These other players got nothing on me. I keep it real, ain't no fronting on me. Keep my money long, feel I'm drumming OG. I don't need to advertise, but no one thinking like me. Stacking like a winner, always thinking like a boss do. Try to play me for a sucker, it'll cost you. Man of the century, I'm a real one. That's until I die before I do, I'm getting trillion. To the left side, just bounce with me, just bounce with me. On the right, just bounce with me. Now in the middle, just bounce with me, just bounce with me, just bounce with me. Yeah. Cause y'all ain't got nothing on me.
You have this passion and or this business that you want to promote, and you've been promoting, you've been doing your best, and you see everybody else doing it, getting these loves, getting these shares, getting these sales, but yet you're just stuck promoting and not getting anything in return, so you just want to give up and say fuck everything, right? But if you do that, what are you doing for yourself? If you do that, what are you going to gain from that? Not a damn thing. When I first started doing these mental health videos, I felt so out of place and I didn't really get any love. I didn't get any shares. I didn't get that many views, but guess what? I didn't care about that. Want to know why? because Rome wasn't built in one day, right? You know, it's a lot of people that do mental health videos, a lot of people that get a lot of views, a lot of people that get a lot of shares and everything like that. And I'm starting to pick up, but if I would have gave up on these videos, I wouldn't get what I'm getting now. As long as I can help one person, I've done my job, right? And this is my passion and it's helping me. So if I continuously do this and I stay consistent, it will get to who it needs to get to. And the same thing goes for your business or your passion. If you give up today, you would never get to experience tomorrow's success, right? And two things, sometimes family will not support you as much as a stranger will, and that's okay as well. And also, some people will not support you until it becomes popular to support you. And that's okay as well. As long as you continue and don't give up, no matter how hard it is, no matter how stressful it is, you will get to where you want to be. Have a good day.
Hey, have you ever been I don't know the biggest crowd you're performed in front of, but have you ever been kind of intimidated or something? Probably earlier on you was not as polished by the mass crowd or the number of people.
I can say, well, I don't know. Maybe I guess maybe intimidated might be the right word.
Well, a little scared, you know, a little butterfly.
Maybe a little anxious, nervous.
Yeah. Nervous.
I've had that happen, and it wasn't even a particularly big venue.
Okay.
I mean, it might have been 50 people. Well, between 30 to 50 people. Small stage, like a little shop or lounge that they let people into to do, or a cafe that they let people perform at, had a stage and space for like a band. I know I was performing there. They were having an open mic night, but one of the featured artists that was actually going to be there was a person by the name of Saphir. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of him. He was a member of the Digital Underground Collective, part of a group called Hobo Junction. He recently passed like a couple months ago.
Okay.
Rest in peace to him. But he was scheduled to be there, and I remember they put us on stage open mic. They were just having people. This was back. I didn't have like a lot of written stuff, and they were just having people. I wasn't performing an actual song of mine. They just put you up there to freestyle. So so I'm going. But after a while, like, okay, I just freestyle. Like, how long? I'm like, how long do we get? They're like, just keep going. I'm like, I just went for like, damn, I just went for like 2 minutes. Like I just keep going, really. But I was a little nervous too, because I'm up there, I'm up in front of like I got Spear watching me in the corner. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, what do I do? Like I was lucky to get through through the 2 minutes, whatever it is I did, and I probably could have went longer than that if it wasn't.
Yeah.
But I got through that. They're like, just keep going. I'm like, I don't know if I got nothing else right now.
Okay. Yeah. So I had a situation kind of like that when I first started showing when I was in the Army. Probably about 200 people. And a guy that
pretty good crowd
was going to perform with, he was a polished MC from New York. But a couple days before the performance, something happened at the crib. He had to go home. So that just leaves me, and I'm brand new. I don't know anything,
Yeah.
Man, and then to make matters worse, the girl that came on before, we was the last act. The girl that came on right before, she killed it. She sang, Whitney Houston was brand new. She sang "You Give Good Love," and she tore that up.
Nice.
I'm like, oh man, and here I get up there on the stage, man, and I just remember what somebody told me. It was like, just focus on something in the back of the place or whatever, and just do your thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. Just focused on, it was, I don't know, fire extinguisher or something. Focused on that, man, and got to going. Then out your peripherals, you see people getting up out their seat, jamming. Then all of a sudden, just relax after that. Like, okay, they with me. Yeah, so they got up there dancing and everything, generals and colonels and with their wives and stuff, man. That was it turned out pretty good.
Yeah, once you learn to kind of learn the techniques for engaging the crowd and then that it makes it, once you figure that out,
Yeah.
then it makes it a lot easier. That, or you could wear sunglasses. I mean, seriously, I mean, for some people, you have all those eyes on you, and you're staring out into a crowd. You're looking into all of those eyes. You know, and I'm not saying sometimes I perform in sunglasses, sometimes I don't. It's not because it's not because I have an issue performing looking in people's eyes, at least not anymore. But if it's one way you can do that, and then you don't, it's almost, you kind of feel like you're not directly, or people directly staring you in your eyes, and maybe that might help you. But I mean, I'm the way I am now, as far as like I've done this so many times.
Mm-hmm.
So number one, I kind of have an idea of what I want to do when I get on stage. I generally just I'm real friendly up front. My energy is real positive, laid back. I try to engage the crowd, talk to them, you know, keep them into what I'm doing. You know, like, you know, the footage you saw, like I'm stepping off of the stage, walking into the crowd. I'm trying to engage,
right?
Trying to get them, you know, and also I kind of factor in, you know, you can't be 100% certain about what kind of crowd you're going to get at any venue, because you may get mixed crowd, but based upon certain demographics, I can kind of get a feel for what kind of venue, what kind of event this is. So that kind of tells me what songs to do too, and even the order. And so all of that plays a factor in me capturing my audience. You know, if I'm doing a venue with mostly like, you know, street dudes, street people, I'm gonna do my street music.
Right.
If I'm doing a mixed venue, I might do a combination of both, but maybe not do some of the street stuff that's the more offensive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Something that at least it give you the feel, so people who are into that can get into that, but won't scare away the people who are into the other stuff.
Right. Let's talk about a couple of these tracks here. I'm gonna start out with the Bay Breeze.
Bay Breeze.
Give me the inspiration for that one. That was a nice track, laid back. Look, give me the inspiration for that one.
Well, I'll give you some background on Bay Breeze.
Okay.
Bay Breeze is a track that was created in collaboration with a good friend and fellow artist of mine by the name of Nutso Fly.
Okay.
He's from Richmond, California. He's been rapping, you know, quite a while, just like I have been. I met him through another friend of mine by the name of E-Dub Coleon, who is actually a member of, I'm actually in a group with him and a guy by the name of Tax Free called The Affiliates. But long story short, Nutso Fly and another gentleman by the name of Cletus Cassidy, which I've talked to you about before, they were part of a collective with E-Dub and Tax Free. So and also another fellow by the name of Skrilla Sam. So I went and did a video shoot. E-Dub, I knew him, and you know, went into a video shoot, and that's where I was introduced to the rest of the clip. Okay. So I kind of gelled with everybody that was there like really well that first time. And you know, there was one point in time in between the video shoot that we were playing different songs of each other so that we could all kind of hear what we all had going on, and they were all really impressed with what I was doing. So it created working relationships between me and everybody in that room, basically, at the time. So me and Nutso Fly had talked about getting together to do some music. So we just finally decided to, because as it turns out, the studio that I was recording with, you know, for several years before I met Nutso Fly, there were some complications in me being able to schedule time, you know, due to just different things that were going on. I know the engineer and one of the producers there, he had like some health issues for a while, so you know I couldn't get in with him. So Nutso Fly introduced me to his engineer, Luigi from Legacy Studios, and I started going there. So now we're both going to the same studio. So what better thing now? Okay, we're both going to the same studio. So whether we show up there at the same time, or if I'm recording stuff and leaving it when he comes in, he's doing it, but perfect time to work. So we just sat down and came up with an idea. We said that it started off with we were going to do an EP project together.
Okay.
So we kind of had a theme. Well, kind of a theme for our music. We call it like player vibe, meaning it's kind of smooth, kind of laid back. We're not getting too political or being too preachy. We're having fun. We just, showing the world how players do it. We're smooth, we talk money, we talk, women, we talk cars, we talk business, we talk standing on business. But we sat down and we ironed out an idea that we were going to do an EP. So what ended up happening though, the way that we work, we kind of like we said, we were just going to go in and record things that different songs that we thought fit the vibe. And then before you knew it, we had like 20 songs. So what we did was we went and we said, okay, we want to do an EP. We're gonna make it like 6 to 8 songs in length. So we went and picked, the best out of what we thought would fit for the EP, which the EP is called Motion.
Okay.
So we fit things that fit, being in motion, sticking, moving, out there grinding, doing what you got to do. We fit songs that fit that. And then we decided, okay, we got these other good songs we got together. We'll save that for an album. And then, of course, there were a couple songs that we had where we couldn't get clearances for certain things. So those got knocked off of the project. We just ended up not using those at all. But So we've got a solid 12-song album sitting. And Bay Breeze was one of the ones that we chose for the EP. Now, the idea behind that song just talking about just enjoying Bay Area life. We say Bay Breeze, for most, if any of you know about the Bay Area, California, you think San Francisco. There's water. You're getting that Bay Breeze coming in, to the city and blowing through San Francisco, Oakland, anywhere almost that's not inland, that's near the water, you get that breeze. I happen to be fortunate enough to live near an ocean, or not too far away from an ocean, so you get that Bay Breeze. But it's also talking about, everyday life, hustling and hanging out and having fun and just living here in the Bay Area.
And the air is so much clearer and fresher when you're by the water, right? Just like how I imagine if I lived in Oregon and being by the mountains, the air is more crisp. Is that correct as far as living near water like that? When that breeze come off?
It can be. I'm gonna be honest with you. The bay, the water, is not that clean. It ain't like, it's not like when you're in Hawaii. It ain't pristine and blue. So sometimes when you get the breeze blowing off of it, you might get some smells you don't like.
Oh, okay.
But overall, it's crisper, clear, better air than say, people who live more inland and who are not surrounded by water. You just got dust.
Ooh, yeah.
Or pollen from the trees or whatever. We have like a little bit of a mixture now. Smog does play its factor in it too.
Okay.
That
Tell me about traffic. Oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh no, you said so. Traffic, right?
Yes.
Traffic is just about one of the things when you talk about being in motion. We're capturing different. Well, first of all, I tell you, motion is a. You have the literal sense of the word motion, but it's also slang for. You say you get into the motion. Get into the motion can mean a lot of different things. Get into the motion, get into the money, get into the hustle, get into, that's what getting to the motion. Some of the few things that getting to the motion can actually mean, and it can be broken down deeper than that. But that might be a whole nother episode. But
Yeah.
But you talk about motion, you talk about being in traffic. That we like one thing that we say out here, we say, oh, somebody might call me, hey, where you at? I'm in traffic.
Right.
I'm in the traffic. Like, where you at? I'm in the traffic. I'm on the freeway right now, headed towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm in the traffic on the way to this event, or on the way to this, on the way to that. But so we're literally talking about being in traffic, jumping in the car, driving down the Bay Area, California freeway to different destinations to do different things, whether it's to hustle, to hang out, party, trying to chase a bag. That's what traffic is about. Being in traffic, moving.
Yeah. Nice song, man.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see you guys perform that one.
Yeah, we're gonna be getting to that. And also, one thing, if you listen to the whole EP, we actually have an acoustic version of that song "Traffic." That's a bonus track on there.
Okay.
So, and that was pretty cool too.
All right. Tell me about teaming up with your niece.
Okay. So teaming up with my niece, I gotta say this. That is like one of the greatest things that I've ever done musically. I put that much on it.
Wow.
She is an incredible talent.
Okay.
I can't sing her praises enough. She's sharp, very intelligent. She picks up concepts and very quickly.
Okay.
She writes all her own bars.
Okay.
She can sing, and I mean not just you throw some auto-tune on her and she sounds good. She can sing. She can sing.
You can sing. Okay. There we go.
But she can also wrap circles around a lot of the other female, even male MCs.
Right.
I won't just say female. She's got bars. I'll say this, and I'm not, she's one of the, she's one of a select few MCs, singers, whatever, that I feel can, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn like that, but I feel can actually hang with me.
Okay.
No matter what I come up with, they can come up with something to match it or to mesh with it.
Right.
So the way the collaboration started between me and her, my group, The Affiliates, she had actually helped, participated in doing a hook for us.
Okay.
And prior to that, I didn't know that she was into music or had, but she did the hook. I'm like, and I started finding out, okay, she sings, and there's several venues where we actually were in the same show performing together. So I started talking to her about like, okay, well, you know what? We need to collab. I was like, we've already, collabed in terms of the group. I said, but me, like, some one of my solo songs, we need to put something together. So I called her in. I sent her a beat first. And so she wrote to it, gave her the concept, the hook. She came to the studio, knocked it out. I mean, ran through her verse, no problems. Collaborated with me on the hook, no problem. Song got recorded. And I was so impressed by what I heard and her work ethic in the studio. I was like, well, we should definitely get together and do something else. I said, you know what? I was like, and I guess I have a thing for asking people to do EPs with me. But
what's wrong with that?
In a way, that's kind of a good thing, because if you're doing EPs worth of music with people, that means you always got something. Like you can put out a single here.
Yeah.
And you got 5-6 more songs in the can. And well, we should do another collaboration. We got 6 of them. You can drop one of those, or we can make something new. But decided to do an EP with her. So the way that I chose the first songs for the EP, there was a song that I was originally going to do with another artist. I'm not going to say her name because I'm going to put her on blast.
Okay.
But I had reached out to that artist and sent her the song, and some time went by, and I kind of, it's one of those situations where, you know, you keep bumping into a person you might mention to, oh, hey, what about that song? And it's, oh yeah, we're gonna get to that. But then there's always some excuse why it doesn't happen. So I was like, let me go ahead and include this in one of the ideas with me and my niece, because it's an idea that requires, you know, preferably a female who can sing and do a rap. So I was like, I know she can do that. Let me not wait on this other person.
Right.
Let me just throw her on that could be one of ours and see how that came out. And it's kind of an experiment to see what she could do beyond the track that we did together before. She came in and nailed it. I was actually singing on the hook, but she came in and added some harmonies and melodies to my singing background-wise that completely brought the track out. Completely just brought it to a new level. She threw some little harmonies and ad-libs in there, you know, throughout the verses. And then she came on and she did a mixture of rapping and singing for her verse. Perfectly melodic, everything blended, her transitions were perfect. And I knew then, yeah, I told her, I said, she told me, because previously she had worked with her, well, first of all, let me tell you guys her name. Her name is Kayla Song. And her father is a rapper by the name of Dak Daniels. So previously, most of her music, you know, stuff that she was doing, most of her recording that she was doing it with her dad in her dad's studio. But her dad ended up moving, you know, the studio from where it was in Richmond, California, to a place that's a little bit further out from where we live, called Stockton. I think that's where he is now. So obviously, you know, she can't get back and forth as easier because she still lives in Richmond, but he's in Stockton. So obviously, it's easier for her to come to the studio with me, that's in Richmond, than to go out to Stockton. So she had told me that she kind of hadn't been doing music for a little bit because she didn't really have a space to do it in locally. So like a light bulb clicked, and I was like, she's too talented to not be active. Let me see what I could do to keep her in the studio. Even if it's just bringing her to the studio with me when I come, and we can collaborate, or, you know, or whatever other artists come into the studio with me, I can, you know, I can help her collaborate with different people, or at least meet different people that she can collaborate with when she's ready. And so I told her, look, from now on, I'm gonna just bring you in the studio with me. Whenever I have a session, I'm gonna call you, and if you're free, just come. And I was like, and what we can do is we can work on the EP together. And then if there's time left over in the session, there's other artists we can collaborate on other things. If you have things that you need to work on, but I want to keep her busy.
Right.
So it's almost like when we started working together, it's almost like the EP just fell together. I came up with concepts for sounds that kind of create a perfect fusion between R&B, or not necessarily even R&B, but just singing and rapping. There are elements of what I would call street music, or what we call out here mob music. There are elements of that. There are those kind of beats. There are, you know, but we're not necessarily out there like shooting people, and, you know, we talk about the hustle, you know, scraping, doing what you got to do, but we give it a different feel, a little bit more of a, I don't want to call it commercial, but a little bit more of a mainstream feel. And when I say mainstream, I by no means mean commercial when I say that. I mean, but just creating music that sonically, it would be it's very, very easy for it to be palatable to audiences that are kind of outside of people who normally listen to hip hop.
Right.
So, but we got a perfect little blend. Like, I do some singing, she does some singing. I do some rapping, she does some rapping. We collaborate on stuff. We've got R&B-ish kind of beats. We have funk. We have more of the abstract kind of hip hop, East Coast kind of sounding stuff.
Yeah.
There's a blend, but she's been the perfect partner to put that together with, because no matter what I put her on, she shines. Her pen game is out of this world. There's been a lot of times I'll send her a beat and I say, you know what, niece, I came up with like the concepts and the hooks for all of these. I want you to shine too. I'm gonna throw you this beat. I trust you. Come up with a concept and let me know what to write. And even when it comes to that, she puts her best foot forward, and she always shines through. So we have a very good project, and I mean, needless to say, since we've been recording for these last few months, that EP has also become an album, and it may be released in 2 parts. We may do EP number 1 and number 2, but needless to say, we have a lot more songs than what we need for an EP, and she continues to come to the studio everywhere I go. We continue to build a catalog, and I've also built a collective kind of around her as well. There are other artists that kind of see her talent that want to work with her and, you know, be on songs and be on the mic with her. So I kind of got together a collective of us, and that's probably another story for another episode too. But you know, she's the focal point of a lot of stuff I'm doing now.
Most definitely. Well, hey man, you know, I want to let you know that as we going into this TV venture and all this, man, you like I said, there's no other artist I think about on the West Coast, but you, as far as representing being Quest Nation West Coast.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, we love you, man, and want to get your
I do, man.
Song. Want to get your new song, man, so we can show love and
yeah, I'm a light of fire underneath her. She'll get on there.
All right, man. Hey, when these EPs drop, let me know where I can purchase them. Are they going to be on Amazon as well? Because I like Amazon. I don't like to spread my card around too many places.
Everything that I drop is going to be on, I mean, pretty much every major streaming and/or retail platform. Like the Motion EP, the songs I sent you, that's on Amazon. That's on Apple Music, iTunes.
Okay.
Should be in the Google. There's a Google store.
Okay.
Like Google Play. I don't know if they retired Google Play, but I'm sure there's a platform for you to get music through Google, and it's there.
Okay.
Just anywhere pretty much anywhere where you can buy or stream music, you should be able to find it.
Okay.
And
then let's get your social media.
Social media. You can find me on Instagram at Fluid001 or Fluid_motion_music_ENT that's my other page on Instagram. I'm at Fluid001 for X, Fluid001 for Snapchat. Or, you know, if all else fails, if for those of you want to go online, go to linktree.com, and I'm Fluid001 on linktree.com. That'll give you all of my social media, all of my links. My email, I think, is on there. Like, if you want to get in touch and see what I'm doing, it's the best way to do it.
I love it.
I do. There you go.
Yeah, man, you're my guy, man. Thank you, man, for taking some time, man, to chop it up, man.
Oh man, it's always a pleasure, and I always thank you for having me. Thank you for keeping me in mind, and for continuously bringing me back and let the people know what I'm doing. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man, you one of the tops, man. You know, 'cause I love your music, love your catalog, man. So you always got to show that respect, man.
I appreciate that.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Have a good one.
You too.
Take care.
This next one, I'm gonna see if I can get y'all ladies into the show. Last time that I saw you, please, Mr. Igor. That's how I feel. Last time that I saw you, I remember trying to catch up. Thought you looking so good, I had to press up. Wild nights in my suite, you got the best love. Always keeping up, your nigga never catch us. When I get all in that thing, no need to stress, love. I rock you better than him, so come and test, love. I'm trying to have some fun tonight. Wanna get that thing, people get it button. Last time that I saw you were naked in my bed. Gus led to the Johnson while you taking his head. Gotta say, I really rendezvous. Me and you minus the clothes, your body busting too. I'm thinking about us linking again. Hit it from the back and keep that thing linking again. Juices flowing, got you going like some influence pin. Put your face up in the pillow, going deep for the win. Fun side, we like all of the tricks you do. All night with this pipe, let me give it to you. Licking on that box, something like an ice cream cone. You had it tasting like a cake with all that icing on. You better turn off your location before I put in this work. Cause if your niggas show up here and silly ass and get hurt, I want no issues, I'm just trying to get you sweaty and hot. We got all night to get it in. Are you ready or not? But I saw you. I remember trying to catch up. Body looking so good, I had to press up. Wild nights in my sweets, you got the best love. Always creeping, hope your nigga never catch us. When I get all in that thing, no need to stress, love. I rock you better than him, so come and test, love. I'm trying to have some fun tonight. Wanna get that thing, people get it done tonight. Still reminiscing about the things that you do. You a special kind of freak, but baby I am too. Wanna pick up where I left off, destroying the cat. Sending shockwaves through your body while you lay on your back. Usually don't, but for you might just keep chasing the cat. Putting chows in every breath, you might just give him a smack. If I remember right, love it when I'm pounding the pit. From the back, turn you over while you clutching the shit. I was right, that thing feels even better than the last time. Go and leave a cream, we ain't stopping till I get mine. It ain't no tapping out of this round. Put it all up in your spine while you wriggle and bounce. Saw you, I remember trying to catch up. Body looking so good, I had to press up. Wild nights in my sweets, you got the best love. Always keeping up, your nigga never catch us. When I get all in that thing, no need to stress, love. I rock you better than him, so come and test, love. I'm just trying to have some fun tonight. Wanna get that thing, people get it done tonight. Hey, hey. The last time that I saw you. Yeah, alright. Let's get into the next one. This one is called Tonight. I like to call my team to the stage. It's ITC Years.